Hello, 7th graders. Today we will be talking about complete sentences and sentence fragments. First, it is important to know the components of a sentence. Each sentence contains a subject and a verb phrase. The subject of a sentence is the person, place, thing, or idea that is completing the action. The verb is the part of a sentence that is describing the action. Use capitalization and punctuation to organize a sentence. Here is a complete sentence containing an independent and a dependent clause. After studying all week, I did well on my math test. An independent clause is a complete sentence and can stand on its own. A dependent clause is a sentence fragment and must be added to an independent clause. Look at the sentence again. The part of the sentence that is black is the independent clause. The part that is red is the dependent clause. Some people use fragments in their writing to make it exciting or more interesting. For example, "Whoa!" and "slithering through the trees." But when fragments are not used carefully, the sentence can become confusing because the reader doesn't know who is performing the action. For example, after eating a sandwich, the outdoors looked appealing. Here are two ways to fix a sentence fragment. First, we have the sentence fragment, "studied all week." This cannot stand alone, so we need to add something to this. One thing you can do is add a subject, in this case I, to complete the sentence, resulting in "I studied all week." Another way to complete a sentence fragment is to join it to an independent clause, like our previous sentence. After studying all week, I did well on my math test. In this example, we used a comma to join the two clauses together. In our next activity, we will be doing something similar to this. Here are some examples of joining dependent and independent clauses. After spilling chocolate on my shirt, I went home to change. Unless my mother changes her mind, I can't go to my friend's house. Because she was scared of giraffes, she wouldn't go to the zoo. Let's work through these ones together. Follow along on your worksheet. To make it look pretty, she braided her hair. After cooking the meal, we sat down to eat. To get some exercise, he went jogging. Because the talent show was today, I was nervous. When the sun shined through the window, I knew it stopped raining. For this next exercise, you're going to practice punctuating a paragraph to make complete sentences. As I read the story, read along on your paper and add commas between independent and dependent clauses. Don't forget to punctuate the end of sentences as needed, and circle the letters at the beginning of sentences that need to be capitalized. When you are finished, we'll read through it together. Walking home. The other day I was walking home from school. The day was so sunny that I had to shield my eyes from the bright glare. As I looked down at the pavement, something shiny caught my eye. I knew it couldn't be a piece of trash because it looked like a piece of metal. When I stooped to pick it up, I found it was one of those gold dollar coins. As I walked away, I was $1 richer. As I read the story a second time, follow along and correct your work. The changes we have made will be in red. Walking home. The other day I was walking home from school. The day was so sunny that I had to shield my eyes from the bright glare. As I looked down at the pavement, something shiny caught my eye. I knew it couldn't be a piece of trash because it looked like a piece of metal. When I stooped to pick it up, I found it was one of those gold dollar coins. As I walked away, I was $1 richer. So, when you are editing papers, keep an eye out for incomplete sentences and sentence fragments. and use the techniques you learned today to fix them. Thank you for listening to our lesson on sentence fragments.